Yo. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if I can tag people on this. Figure out this stuff. Go live with questions. Hello. Oops, wrong way around. Hi guys, I'm trying to get Troy Casey on for an interview. And should happen in a bit. I don't know how to use the Instagram Live. I thought you could just tag someone straight off the bat, but that's clearly not the case. Hi Chris. Yo yo. So yeah, hopefully Troy will jump on. Alison in the house, cool. There we go. I can see Troy in the chat. How do you request? Here we go. So guys, we're going to bring you Troy Health Nut interview in co-share space.
Are we connected?
Yeah, Troy. Hello.
Sweet. Yeah.
Troy, you're the man. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you for coming on. I love you so much. You're such an amazing person.
Awesome. Thanks, man. And yeah, I appreciate you having the conversation because a lot of people ask exactly what you want to talk about. So is my connection good? Because I was breaking up and now you're breaking up.
Oh, I'm breaking up. Damn. Yeah, because we could still try this as much as go as long as we can with the connection. If there's any problems, I'll let you know. Troy, you've got so much. You're a fountain of knowledge, man. You've got so much information for us. I don't even know where to start with you, bro. I've got like 20 topics in my head that are so important for people to get across this message. So where would you like to start? I mean, urine therapy, I'd love you to cover bases with that. Also superfoods too, the Purium bit thing too would be great.
Yeah, well, I think we should start where we're at. And right now we're going through a really interesting time on this planet. And there's a lot of ideologies and ideas and things being thrown around. And I think it's very important that we raise our vibration and frequency enough to tune in to what's actually happening and then become part of the solution. And my methodology is holistic health. Take care of your own real estate, and you naturally want to take care of the real estate around you.
Yeah, that's my tagline, holistic health. And what I love about you is you go all over the place, Troy. You are so hardcore. In fact, I was listening to as prep for this, I've listened to you, followed you for a long time. I was listening to you on the Wellness Force podcast. I love that guy too. And I was interested in your story of like coming from quite, you were hippie as a kid, I believe, and then you went into the world of fashion modeling. And you've done quite a U-turn to like this wild feral animal that's so free now. So it's amazing.
I like to think that I'm free in my mind, at least. But yeah, we live in an amazing world, and I think the more I can free my mind, the more I can see that. Yeah, that's my working philosophy.
Too right. And you have a book out as well, Ripped at 50. I tried to look for it on Amazon. I couldn't find it anywhere. Is this on your is it on your website?
Yeah, it's on my website. Let me get my book.
Thanks everyone for joining. And if you've got any questions, I know that it scrolls through the comments really fast. Let us know. I'll try and answer them for you too.
No, I think I left it in the car. I'm out here in Sedona promoting it, and so. But yeah, we've got the book. My main directive was to create like an art book and a hardcover, like a real tactile experience, and we did that, and we're in the process of mailing those out right now. And then we just talked to the team this morning, and we'll have it on Amazon and Audible soon.
Awesome. Yeah, that would be great for because a lot of people won't go on websites for some reason. They just love the Amazon thing for buying books, I found. So yeah, definitely. And you talk in the book about, you said there's 9 pillars. Let's touch base with, can you touch base with the 9 pillars and run us through a few of the most important ones that you put in your book and why they're important, the pillars you talk about?
Yeah, so I just want to let everybody know the book is available immediately digitally on the website, troycasey.com or rippedit50book.com. So the book has 9 pillars of health. And, you know, you could say some are more important than others, especially now with the food supply being so contaminated. Nutrition is important, but again, nutrition is only uh, one of the 9 pillars. Sleep is so important. The anabolic phase of rebuilding the body. Movement is a necessity, not a luxury. Exercise is a necessity, not a luxury. And so, in moving the body in proper ways that you have energy for and athletic ability. So, it's always balancing those two forces. And then, of course, we're in relationship with everything. And so you ultimately have to come to terms with yourself because everyone's just a sacred mirror to you. And so I cover relationships. And for men, it's very important to have a purpose, a dream, a legacy, a North Star, a roadmap of where they want to go from their heart's desire and using the mind as a tool. So we go into thinking as another pillar as well. And so reprogramming, deprogramming, as much as you can, right?
Yeah, definitely. One of them that I heard in your podcast too is the divine masculine and feminine. I totally resonate with what you said about David Data's work. I'm huge on David Data. I love that guy. And one of the quotes you said on that, I never forgot. I put it up on Facebook once. I still remember it. You said the divine feminine, your purpose as divine masculine is to provide the security for the divine feminine to flower. As a man, that's where I think the purpose comes in. You talked about, Troy. We've got to be stable and grounded, and they can feel free to flow.
Yes, and I'm actually going through that now. So the book actually goes into real time because I went through my divorce and I went through an injury and I rebuilt myself. So I went through serious challenges, put my family back together, and we got remarried at the end of the book. And that was only 8 months ago. And so I am learning more and more each day of what, you know, my divine purpose is, and to go out and do that, and how important family is. I was so grateful that I was able to put my family back together, remarry my ex-wife, and that's a powerful experience. And yeah, love the one you're with is another message I have for people. And in that chapter, in that final chapter, I also go into pornography, and I invite everyone to look at their pornography usage. And yes.
Yeah, that's huge, Troy. So I'm 32 and I've given up porn. I said, I heard you on the wellness. It's all the synchronicities happening. You said that too. You've given it up recently, last year at some point. And this year, 2020, I was into semen retention for 3 years, but I was still, after having wet dreams, I would masturbate to porn. But this year, I've completely given it up, and I found that to be so transformational. Now I'll only have wet dreams, and that's okay. And yeah, I resonate strongly with the message that you talk about of how porn is detrimental. Why is porn detrimental from your end, and why is it detrimental to the divine masculine?
Well, just what it does to the nervous system and how addicting it is, and then it's more of a simulation, and then it has a component to a mechanism to like make you objectify women. At least for me, you know, always looking for that next bubble butt around the corner, you know. So it was like, you know, getting off porn, you don't know what the stranglehold is really about until, you know, you make that commitment to get off of it and not feed your brain with it. And I got to tell you, it's all over Instagram as it is anyhow, you know. The butts are, you know, all over there. The tits and ass are all over Instagram. So it's everywhere. Pornography is everywhere. So, and here's the other thing, because pornography, it's a tough one. All addictions are tough. You know, this isn't about perfection. This is about practice, right? We're human beings. We're experiencing. Sometimes this works. Sometimes you got to go through some difficulties. Sometimes you got to go through some hell. Sometimes, not always. You can navigate it. if you do what I recommend in the book, which is aligning yourself with basic fundamental principles, then figuring out your legacy, your dream, your purpose, something that's going to guide you each day. And then that's self-governance. And all the other principles go through self-care, self-love, self-care education. And so it's all basic physiology, bio. Yeah, you were frozen a little bit. How do you like this backdrop? It's nice though.
I love it, Troy. Whereabouts are you, my brother? That's such a beautiful sky that we got there with lovely. It's a great backdrop. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's Sedona, Arizona.
Oh, right. Such a cool place. I've heard so many things about Sedona. There's a lot of communities of cool people down that end.
Yeah, I'm sitting in a vortex right now. It feels
Oh,
amazing.
yeah. I can imagine. Oh, another thing, as I'm talking to you now, is I heard you once say on the Luke Story podcast too about the top three. Luke Story put you on the pot and said, "What's the top three things? The three things that you're going to give as advice to people?" And the first one I think you said was sunlight. And I was so resonated with that comment. It was amazing. I was like, yes, sun, get
Well, so I think of maybe the hierarchy of needs is sunlight and then breath, you know, and then water, right? Water, then food. Right? But we need all those. That's the first form of nutrition. I'm not sure. Do you remember exactly the context I was speaking about with Luke's story?
Yeah, I do actually. Luke Story does those. He goes to events and he asks people on the spot. He asks a set of questions like, "What's the free therapies you'd recommend that are the best? What's the best supplement you'd have?" He does the quick fire for everyone. He gave you the quick fire round, and your answers were so funny. And one of those true. With you said with the what's the free therapy that everyone should be on that can transform your life? And you're like sunlight. Yeah, of course it is.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah. Oh, right.
I like
Troy
that
from
answer.
old Troy from 2 years ago doesn't remember this. It's a good answer.
Yeah, no, I remember that was last year at the Bulletproof Conference with Luke's story. Yeah, and so where are you? You're in England.
Right. So yeah, I'm south of London. I'm actually near Alice Carter. I don't know if you know her. And I'm very near. Yeah, I'm near London basically. I tell people London because UK is a kind of tiny island. Yeah, I'm down there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about Shivambu.
Yes, let's go. Let's go into the nitty gritty. So, Troy, I know that everyone knows you as the wild man for Shivambu too, and it goes to certain levels because there's fresh urine and there's also aged urine, and you even do the aged urine, brother. So, how did you get into urine therapy and why? And what is this? What is this stuff?
Yeah. So I think a long time ago it came to me as an idea, maybe 16, 17 years ago. Maybe like yeah, maybe like 15 years ago. And then I tried it and I liked it. I, I tried it. I think I was driving in my car at the time and I didn't want to pull over. And then I tried it and I was like, that's not that bad. And so, and then I did it on and off. I think I did it when I sat a bunch of Vipassana meditation courses. I think I did it then too. I heard it from somebody, and I trusted the source. And I was like, let me try this. So then in 2017, I was going through some challenges in my relationship. I put this in my book as well, in the breathing chapter. And my friend Eric Casano, Dr. P.P. Shivambu, um, he had testicular cancer, and he did research, and they did chemo, and they didn't kill it, and they wanted to take his lymph nodes out, and he was like, I'm going to go figure this out myself. And he did urine therapy for 3 weeks and cured himself of testicular cancer. So he taught me about aged urine enemas, topical, and then fasting. And I did a 7-day fast. He challenged me to a 7-day fast one time. So that's pretty much my experience. And then with the aged urine, the aged urine enemas that I did, the parasites that came out of me were pretty were pretty interesting, to say the least.
Right. And is this
And
from an Adrian enema? Adrian enemas, right? Or Adrian drinking? Adrian enemas?
aged urine enemas, and I drank a little bit. It's pretty gnarly. It's
Mm.
pretty, yeah, it's pretty gnarly. I drink it, I snort it. In fact, I just made a video. It's going to come out on my YouTube channel pretty soon. And so,
Oh.
and topically, I mean,
Mm.
what it does to your skin, I mean, it's just amazing. I love what it does to my skin. And
Yeah.
so, I can only talk from a personal perspective because I never really read much literature on it. So I've had a good experience with it. I like it. I like to wake up every morning and have my first pee most mornings, and
Yeah.
it's a good biofeedback loop, instantaneous.
Mm. Yes. I totally
What's
like what you said. I'm aging some urine for the massaging in a plastic bottle, and it's got tensor rings around it. And I've just done some before on my face, and it does make your face look so good. And the energy, I do it for the energy levels, Troy. You know what it's like when you drink it, when you put it on your skin. The energy you get from this, just tiny amounts, is absolutely insane. It really is. And you've got to question why we've been told these things, that it's a waste product when it gives us so much energy and we should die. Ultimately, people say that it's a waste. We'd be dead by now, the amount that me and you have done up the bum, drinking it topically. We'd be dead people, or very ill.
Well, and that's why I don't really promote it that much, because it causes so much controversy. And the thing is I don't really care because it works for me, and it's like,
Mm,
it's like, it is weird. I live in society too. It is weird. So I try not to
mm,
even go down that road of this hidden treasure. And working in the Amazon, I saw that for a long time. The cure for AIDS and cancer has been in the Amazon forever. Pharmaceutical companies are down there trying to copy and patent the phytochemistry.
Are you talking about ayahuasca and those sacred medicines? Or...
Just that, uña de gato,
Mm,
sangre de drago, chanca piedra, um,
mm.
cat's claw, all sorts of powerful plants. Graviola, that's really good for cancer as well. And so conspiracy. I think it's just this.
We back?
Yes,
Yeah.
is it me
Yeah. So you were
or
saying about yeah, you were saying about all these. I'm learning here. I didn't know there was more than one amazing. It doesn't make sense though. There's loads of amazing medicines in the Amazon going on, not just ayahuasca that everybody knows about. There's loads. Mm,
oh yeah. I mean, I worked with an herbal company. If you scroll back to my YouTube channel back in 2000, this backdrop, this looks cool, and I'm looking at
yeah.
it right now, and I got
Mm,
flies swarming around me. So yeah, Shibambu is good medicine. I like it.
yeah. I agree. It's so powerful, and it's a backwards world we live in, and it does smell. So I'm not denying you, wouldn't deny it does smell. So we've got to be careful we don't upset people. Actually, Troy, I've been thinking about it too. Like because I believe the smell of shabambu, of aged urine, just the smell of it, actually is medicine. I know this. When I sniff it, I seem to get a high. But here's my dilemma with it. So it's actual medicine if someone smells aged urine, but we also know, Troy, that it doesn't even smell nice to other people and even to us sometimes. So what my dilemma is, it's powerful to smell, but people don't like the smell. So it's worse medicine in a way for people that don't like the smell to smell it, even though there's medicine coming in from smelling it, because the power of the mind, right? If your mind's conditioned that smell is horrible, that negativity will take away the benefits of the smell. If you understand what I'm saying with that.
I'm following.
Mm. Do you think that's correct? I feel like it's not
Um,
even. because I really do believe the smell is so powerful. Yet, if it's going to upset somebody, then it takes away all the power because our mind is more powerful than the medicine. Almost, our mind is the ultimate power horse, and that's why people really don't like the smell. And it can damage their health. I mean, because it makes you upset when you're angry. The smell of aged urine, that's far worse than the actual benefits of it, the reality of it, smell being powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I like to do it out in nature when I'm not around other people, but I have also noticed that it settles in and it just smells more musky once it settles in. But I mean, look, it's not for everybody, so I get that. I totally get that. Um, and I try and do it, on my own, out in nature, if I'm going to do it at all. But the sunlight is magic with it. Food or water? That's a good one. The water truck. Yeah, baby.
It broke up a little bit, so we missed what you said there. But we're just back. Oh, and hope you got some value from it so far. But I'm not sure if he's going to drop back on, or he can come back on. Do I need to cancel, or it's been good so far. Even if it's just this, I'm just honored to be in the presence and to learn from him. He's a great warrior, a really powerful person doing a lot of good for humanity with a lot of influence. I think that's important too. It's not even about how much you know sometimes, well, that's important. It's how powerful can you influence the social media world. And I think Troy's a great example of what you can do in the social media world with influence and power. We're really utilizing the social media channels of Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the latest. You go where people are at. You don't get dogmatic. I'm talking to myself here. You don't get dogmatic and say, "Oh, okay, I don't know how to request people back in. Can I request? Let's see if I can. No, I don't think I can. Right, maybe I'll come off and start again. Okay, so I don't think I can get him back on this one, so I'm gonna try again. I'll jump off and try again. So if you guys want to join, I'll be live in like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Let's try again for another one. So let's go.